may require the use of turbo boost to clear
Good
that
evening,
wall.
everybody. It's almost 9 o'clock on this 1st of January 2026. It's going to be hard, and I'll have to get used to saying 2026 instead of 2025. Hello, everyone. I'm JP, and my friends call me Jeeps. And yes, I am once more playing some Le Mans Ultimate online racing. And by the way, Happy New Year's, everybody, if you're just tuning in and didn't watch the show earlier this afternoon. Well, I'm wishing you a happy New Year's. Best of luck, best of everything for this year. Okay. So, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I've already done these two in the GT and in the hypercar classes. Actually, this one I did it in the P2, which was okay-ish, I guess. Prefer P2. I did try the P3. I don't know when it was, but I really hate P3s. Prototype 3 is just bad. So, okay, upcoming. What is upcoming? 20 minutes, Sebring in the prototype. No, that's way too bouncy for me. And this is, I hate to say it, this is like 20 minutes too long for me. So I guess we'll do a couple of bronze races this evening. Unless some people want me to do a hosted race and join in the fun. I challenge you. I challenge you viewers. But okay, let's just join here. And register. And yeah, be happy with that. Any Canadians here? Chris Flynn. Don't know if I've seen him. Simon Lassard. I don't think so. Matt. I have not. Kyle Motram. Leandov. I don't think so. James Bolin, definitely not. Alton Silva, Pedro Acosta. I'm not going to say that name. Leo Belmar. No. John Cortez. Oh, no. Don't have my screen flicker this evening. Everything was going so good today. Please stay on screen. There I am. Brandon McCarthy. And that's it.
The Viking Simmer says, you can report names, I believe.
Hey, Viking. Yes, I can. After the race, you can report them. There's kind of a countdown thing, counter. I never know what that's about. But yeah, I've clicked on the report a few times. When people are really bad, like, crashing into me on purpose or dive bombing or whatever. By the way, I rewatch your stream. But if you listen to a regular YouTube and then you watch yours, I had to bring up the volume a lot to hear yours. So I think overall you can bring the volume like 5 notches. And I think game sound in your mic is pretty good. You might want to maybe bring down the game sound a notch, but it was pretty good. I could hear you clearly, hear the game. But once I brought up the dial quite a bit. Usually I listen to my YouTubes on the stereo at about 30, 35, maybe 40. And I had to turn yours up all the way to 45 to hear it.
Yes, I need to up my mic sound.
So, but otherwise, I could hear you, oh, am I going to be able to catch up? Am I still going to be able to win this race? I did not stop in the pits, and I just kept going because, yeah, otherwise I would have been in last place there. I kept driving with a crappy car, which wasn't so bad. Sometimes you get some fender benders, and I'm stuck driving with the steering wheel like this. I did it once. It was really bad. But yeah, I saw that I think you had a puncture on your tire there, so
369. Dark Knight says, Hi, Mr. Jeeps. How was the pizza? One of my favorites. If they didn't watch earlier, they missed a good one. I wish I could take your challenge. I shall take a seat in the passenger seat if you don't MND.
no, I don't mind. It's all good.
369. Dark Knight says, Hi, Viking Sim.
Yeah, pizza was great. Still got some leftovers for later on this evening as a snack. It was really good, actually. Yeah, somebody actually commented on our stream earlier, and he's like, he was sure that you were gonna beat me there at the end. Almost did. Almost did. Like I said, if you would have gone around me instead of braking when I was spinning out, you would have gotten that right there at the finish line. Okay, well, this race is about to start. We'll see how many kamikaze drivers there are in the servers, and if they've been into the stumbling juices.
369. Dark Knight says, I don't know what happened. I didn't see a win, or I would have taken it.
Oh, you definitely could have taken it. I lost the traction, therefore you lose like a second or two easily. If you would have just gone around me instead, get a track line warning, you would have won the race. Well, not won the race, but won second place. But yeah, we're evenly matched, but if you're in the lead, I'm gonna have a hard time passing you.
369. Dark Knight says, Next time, my friend.
Yes, next time. Because you're like a half a second to a second faster per lap. Whereas that Porsche dude was like a second to 2 seconds faster per lap. And then, well, we'll have to see Viking, because I qualified like, what, 4.5 seconds after he did? So in theory, he's 4.5 seconds faster per lap.
Evening, gents.
Hey, Justin. Good evening. You missed some good races today. Pucky also joined us in the Discord. So I guess next time we race, we can all join in the voice chat.
369. Dark Knight says, I will be watching. Wife is calling. WBRB.
Okay. Take care of the wife. Lucky girl. Okay, car setups, we can't do nothing, right? Much. So maybe bring this down 2 notches. I don't know how many laps, but I'll guess 12 laps. I don't know, this is a 20-minute race, right? No, that would be too little. But something around 10, I'm guessing.
That's the end of the session. Hey.
Alright, let's max this out. And maybe even bring these two down one notch. I'm never sure. What are we on Algarve? Okay, to put it to 52. There we go. And, ooh, lots of people returning from bans. That can't be good. That can't be good. We got 3 up here returning from bans, and 3 down here. Why do they do that to us? Split 4 of 16. They want me to finish 8th? I'm not sure that's gonna happen. Definitely not sure that's gonna happen. Usually when we play with a bunch of returning from bans, there's at least 1 or 2 of those that are really, really bad.
The pit exit's clear. Push. Okay, champ. We've got 4 minutes to settle out. You got cold breaks all around. Be careful.
I really hate these fixed setups. I don't know why they do that. The car drives so differently compared to my custom setups. Like, I don't find that they're really drivable here. I definitely would love to ride this track on a bike. The only place I don't know where is right here, going over this on a bike. I'd hate for the front wheel to stay in the air while the bike starts going down. But the rest of the track would be nice doing on a bike.
Two minutes to go. 2 minutes.
On your right. Clear right. Left side. Clear left. Left side. Clear left.
The leader has just done a 145.86.
I have to bring it down a gear. I have to downshift more. What the fixed settings for some reason are in these races.
Time 1:52.10.
See if we can't do better than 10.
That's the end of the session. 10.
Well, let me finish my lap here.
Right side, clear right. Right side, clear right. Car left. Clear left. Car left, clear left.
Time 1:49.41.
Well, I did 1 better than 10. Did 9. And actually, I think that staying on my used tires will benefit me instead of putting on new tires, since it's only a 20-minute race.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Justin Slim Friesen says, GLHF.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna need lots of luck, and hopefully we can have some fun.
Formation lap has started.
Hey, Jeeps.
Hey, let's see.
Green flag, green flag.
On your left, clear left.
Okay, here we go.
Left side. Hold your line, clear left, on your left. Hold your line. Hold your line.
Whoops.
Clear left, car left, clear left.
That was my bad.
Okay, champ, you picked up a bay of aero damage. Yellow flag. The start's alright. Let's build on a T.
On your left, clear left.
flag, sector 1. Yellow flag.
Car right. Clear right.
Green flag, sector 3.
Oh,
Looks
he
like 6
busted
is
my
off.
suspension. Darn it. Man, not a safe place to rejoin.
Lap 20,
Come on,
2.10.
let's put this hard work to good use. Hey,
Especially when I was about to overtake that Porsche in the corner. Darn it.
Glutzy says. The ridge join.
I might actually spin out at the end of this.
sector 2 is yellow. Green flag, sector 2. Looks like 5's been IT.
Well, let's just say
The
that
leader
I
is
had
just
some
done
good
a
practice in the
1:45,
previous
1:46.
race to drive with a broken suspension. An entire 30-minute race.
Gap
Lap
2.
1:51.22.
Head is now 1.9. The
But I was driving like a madman, which you can't really do on this track. So I can't catch up to them much no more.
yellow flag. Green flag, sector 1.
There's a wheel that wants to go one side and
tires
a
all
wheel that
round.
wants to go on the other side.
Sector 2 is yellow. We think 6 has gone off. Green flag, sector 2.
And my only goal in life is to beat this one Porsche that I was about to.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Ooh, they're actually catching up to us.
Green flag, sector 6.
Damn, I'm gonna have a hard time here, folks.
Okay, champ, relax, focus, keep it smooth. 15 minutes remaining. 15
Keep it
minutes to go.
smooth, that's easy to say. I can relax. I can concentrate.
The gap in front is now 2.1. Yellow flag in sector 3.
But the broken car is not handling well enough for me to actually gain any time here.
The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines. The pit window is now open. 6. We'll need to pit for fuel by lap 11.
What? I'm not gonna have enough fuel?
The gap behind is now
Then I
2.3
have
seconds.
12.7 laps of fuel? 4 laps and 8 laps. We're good. Should not need any fuel. Oh, they're definitely catching up to me here. I cannot catch up to this guy. Darn it.
Yellow flag.
Lap 1,
Green flag. Sector second. That lap
49.61.
time was 1:49.61. You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. Please, champ.
I'm trying to, but
The gap toe. 5.
it's getting
in
harder and
front is
harder
now
to drive it.
2.5 seconds. Your right tires are cold.
Is he trying to race the Porsche? Even though he's a lap down? That's not good news.
The driver in front of us is 1 lap behind.
Car right, clear right.
Darn it.
Lap 1:49.55.
Minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Okay, champ. We're at the halfway point. Your rears are cold. The gap to 5 ahead is now 2.1. That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
Lap 1:49.49.
Track limits, watch those lines. Yellow flag in Sector 2. Your right sides are cold. Green flag Sector 6. The gap to Steven behind is now 2.4.
Time
Okay, Chip, you got about 4
1:49.55.
laps of fuel left. The gap to 5 in front is now 1.9 seconds.
Don't quit on me now, girl. Come on.
Yellow flag, Sector 2.
You can really start to hear the tires screeching. Unfortunately, that guy won't hold the guy
Green
in
flag,
front
Sector 3.
down. Actually, though, I think he was giving him some slipstream.
Yellow flag in Sector 3. Green flag, Sector 3.
Lap
Green flag, Sector 2. We estimate
1:49.82.
3 laps of fuel left.
Justin Friesen says, we need that leader to slow down.
5 minutes remaining.
Fuel
5 minutes
looks
left.
tight.
Yeah, fuel's always tight. But I should be good. Sally and the pit crew tend to overreact quite a bit.
Gap 2, 5. Ahead is now 2.7 seconds.
Boston Aviation, 1,129 says, hello.
Well, hello. Happy New Year's.
Left side tires are cold.
Oh, we could do this. We just need the guy in front to slow down a bit. Well, he's no rookie because I've been keeping the pressure on him and he hasn't made any mistakes.
Time
Only 2 more laps to go. That was
1.9.64.
I'm not in this
1:49,
grill either
0.64.
there, but
Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
I did not request no pit stop. I think they're just programmed to do that whenever there's 2 laps left.
The pit crew is ready.
Justin Friesen says, need that estimated lap count to fall below 12. Boston Aviation 1129 says, I hate this track with a passion. I always spin at turn 3.
I love this track. Not my favorite, but compared to Bahrain, I love this track. It's just a motorcycle lover in me, I guess. This would be a cool track to do on a bike.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Man, why did that guy have to bust my suspension? But it's still a great race overall.
Okay, pit request canceled.
Time
We think you'll be out of fuel on the next lap.
1:56.2.
Okay, pit stop
Boston
requested. Watch your speed.
Aviation 1129
Sector 2 is
says, does your
Green
R3
flag,
make any
sector
weird
second.
noises?
Sorry I missed that. I'm gonna have to read that chat. Okay. Does your R3 make any weird noises? No, it does not.
Pit crew is ready.
But everything does shake, so you might be hearing the whole desk shake. Everything's very solid. But no, it does not make any weird noises.
Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap. When we exit the pits, we should be in P13. Just behind. P2.
It's too bad that the guy in back of me is also putting on some pressure. Not allowing me to lift and coast as much as I would like to.
Pit stop canceled.
Time
One more to go.
1:50.20.
2 leaders remaining. Yellow flag. Sector 2 is yellow. Green flag, Sector 1. Green flag, Sector 2. The pit crew's ready. The gap behind is now 3.5 seconds. One leader remaining. Sector 2 is yellow. Green flag, Sector 6. We think 5 has gone on.
What? I got him? Oh, I'm guessing he tried to pass this guy and this guy knocked him out.
Very little fuel left.
On your left. Clear left.
Oh, penalty.
Left side. You're in the middle. Clear left. Clear all round.
No.
Justin Friesen says. So close. So close.
Come on.
Hey, that's it. We're done. Pit crew is ready.
Well, I was expected to finish 8th, and with the penalty, I end up finishing at 10th. Ooh, that was fun. Sorry, folks. Okay, setting up a smoke screen here. That was funny. So okay, let's see who rejoined and scrapped my my thing there. And that Mustang driver was really bad.
Glutzy says. What was the penalty?
Oh, I lost driver's rank. Darn it. Penalty was I finished 2 positions later. Because I finished 8th, but it cost me 2 positions because I didn't do the stop and go. So Poi is the guy that did not do a safe rejoin. I should probably report him, but
ran out of V before the finish line.
I'm not even gonna. It's not even worth it. What? Actually, it gave me 12, so it cost me 4 positions. I'm confused. 12, yeah, okay. It cost me 4 positions. Because actually I was in 5th. You know. Nico is the guy I was racing the entire time.
Glutzy says. Gotta go. Have fun.
Well, thank you for stopping by. Let's see. Catch yous in the next one. And Happy New Year's again. Okay. Bummer. Okay. 3 minutes for Algarve. Now let's take a break. And let's do the Silver Arrow race. Which will be in 22 minutes. Damn. Okay. That was... I'm happy that my car was not more damaged than that. But I kind of feel like we barely touched...
Justin Friesen says. Fuji is awesome.
I feel like we barely touched, and I should not have gotten a suspension damage. Look at it. I had the same amount of damage as when I rammed into Viking in our hosted race earlier. And I was coming like in 5th gear when I clipped Viking. Like I really smashed into him and I had the same amount of damage. Whereas this guy just rejoining, we barely scraped. And my suspension was even a little bit worse. Or about the same. So I kind of feel like they gave me more damage than I deserved in that one. Fuji is okay. I'm not a big fan of Fuji, honestly. I don't hate the track, but I'd have to say it's like the equivalent of Algarve in my book. Algarve, Qatar, and Fuji are pretty much on par. And then you have like Imola on top. Then you have Moza, Interlagos, Silverstone, Spa, all
Justin
equal.
Friesen says, we'll agree to disagree. Lol.
Yeah, we'll agree to disagree. The worst of them all is Bahrain. I hate Bahrain. And honestly, I have not raced much on Rickard either. So, turns out that maybe Rickard is as bad as Bahrain. I don't know. I did one solo race on it, a race weekend against the AI on it. And there's a lot of blue on the track. That's all I'll say. And again, I didn't really know the track, so it's like I'm all over the place on this one. Like, yeah, I would have to do a tier. I'll do a tier video one of these days and a tier list and show my favorite tracks in this game. And for the most part, I prefer the conventional track to any variations of it. Yes, I agree if you remove the chicane here in Monza, it makes for, a faster drive. But that first chicane is kind of, legendary, so I don't know. Same thing with Le Mans. I mean, Le Mans, if you have that enormous straight, it could be a lot of fun. But otherwise, I prefer the default track configurations. So this Fuji is the alternate track as well, which kind of mixes me up because I'm used to having that hairpin. And it's okay. Why is Fuji in progress? What did I thought it was 20 minutes.
Justin Friesen says, I agree. In general, the most common layouts are that for a reason.
Well, I guess it is, but also they're, I guess, made for the F1. So I don't mind some alternate stuff. It's just that when you're used to, you know, although I used to play like F1 in 1986 in 4 colors, and we did not have this chicane. We did not have this chicane. We did not have this chicane. So all it was one giant loop around, you know. Well, I think you could do it like under a minute and 10 seconds, a minute and 9 seconds. So yeah, on one hand, you know, I was kind of used to the track being made one way, and then by the year 2000, they put in all these chicanes. And I'm like, I don't know these tracks no more. But yeah, I get it. In 1986, they kept it stupid simple because that's just the way it was back in the day. Had to play with the arrow keys. So, yeah, not much in the form of controls. Yes, I had a joystick, but the game would not accept the joystick as a controller. Why does it say in progress? I'm confused here. Do I need to refresh this? There we go. Starts in 15 minutes.
Justin Friesen says, Wonder how many entries in the gold right now.
Oh, a lot more than there was yesterday. Dang, it was dead last night. What, 36? Okay, well, it's getting lower than this afternoon. That's for a fact. So unfortunately, you're okay at 38. But anything over that will be put in split 2. So if there's like 41 cars, there's going to be 3 of them in split 2, and that's not going to be enough for it to count. So yeah, it is going down. 3 of 38. Okay. So yeah, definitely going down.
Justin Friesen says, I just finished one before hoping on your stream.
Yeah, I did. What did I do? I did one today. Well, I did the one that I wanted to do yesterday. I did the Silverstone in the rain. Ah, there's my beauty. So proud of the livery I made for this one. Actually, there's a little thing that I'd like to change on it still. Not that nobody would notice the difference, but I would. Just around the hood scoop. Let me unregister and let me register again. Right here around the hood scoop, if I could just put a little red trim, I really would like that. Okay, let's register. I actually went to race control earlier today for about 10 minutes looking at liveries. And not many people put race lines on their cars. Like they will do a color shift or they'll put a wallpaper so everything matches on the car. But having continuous lines going in different directions on the car, I am not seeing many of those. But some people somehow got the default, like they have the same liveries as there is in the game currently. They just change out the colors. So I might also kind of do that. Maybe. We'll see. Did not download anything, but you know, sometimes a little touch here or there would be nice.
Justin Slim Friesen says, most are tribute liveries from existing race teams. Well, maybe not most, but a lot.
Well, I don't know. There was like 2048 in the list. And they load like 10 of them at a time. And then you get to the bottom of the page and you click load more. And it shows you another 10. So it's going to take me more than 10 minutes to go through the entire 2000 something. Which, man, I don't have the patience to click more that often. That's like 200 clicks. But there's a couple of other sites that have some, so I'll check those out as well at some point. It's just very time consuming. The time that it takes you to go through the list, I've already made my livery, you know, so. Hey, what? Come on. 9, 10 minutes still to wait until the next race. Darn it. $25 is a little bit too long. 10 minutes too long. I know I keep saying it. 15 minutes in between races is plenty. I mean, sure, you know, if I wanted to stay on Algarve all night, I could have. It would have been 2 minutes to get back into a race. But doing the same track over and over and over again, really? That's the only way to keep on racing? Although, I mean, if you go back some 25 years, you know, a lot of people, when you join the servers, and everybody had their favorite tracks, so you'd be racing on the same tracks over and over and over again.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I love doing that. When there's a good combo, I'll grind it for hours.
No, what do you mean by combo? Doing the same track over is not a combo. I finished one race and either I had the choice of going back into Algarve again within 2 minutes or wait 22 minutes to get into another track.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Cars slash track.
Oh, okay. Well, old Garvey lets you race with whatever car you want. Whereas Fuji, I'm stuck in a car that I'm not used to. And in both races, it is fixed setups. And even when I did Silverstone in the gold today, I was really upset. Because it is fixed. Like, who comes up with this? Honestly, I'm against the fixed.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Oh no.
I'm against the fixed altogether. Like, people were telling me get out of bronze, you'll be able to set up your cars. So I go into silver. There's a couple of races where you may or may not be able to do it. You get the gold. And I spent, 2 hours last night waiting for the race. Finally got into one today. Just to discover that I can't do my car setup.
Justin Slim Friesen says. I know a lot of guys who are frustrated about the gold fixed. Don't know why LMU changed that.
They changed it. Well, everybody's been saying after the last update, oh, the Porsche is OP. And after 1.1, everybody was saying the Mustang was OP. So it's like they put it fixed, but then they want everybody to race in the car that's OP for the entire patch and then switch cars. Makes you a better driver when you change cars. We don't want people scratching their brains and working on their car setups and stuff. Like, it's a big part of the game. Like, yes, a lot of people used to tell me, well, I just use Dave and keep it as is. I would say, well, Dave is a good place to start.
Says, no, I don't chase the meta car.
Dave's Academy is a good place to, get some setups going, but then you can still tweak it to your liking. Give it more understeer, oversteer without necessarily touching the brakes, but going through the suspension and toe ins and toe outs and all that kind of stuff. It's part of the fun.
Justin Friesen says. I don't blame anyone for doing it, but not my style.
Well, I don't blame anybody for doing it either. But there's a big difference with the Ferrari between a fixed setup and a custom setup. Like my custom setups, the car is actually drivable for dummies. Whereas on the fix, you're very limited as to what you can do with the car. It's like, well, we want to keep it real to the WEC where the Ferraris are never in the lead. And yet I've seen some Ferraris, in the top 3, so it doesn't happen often, but I've seen a few. It's just, it's such a big part of the game. And then you go and disable it online. Why? And then you have people waiting hours for races that, you only have 2 people joining. Why not start a race every 15 minutes? Okay, you won't have as many splits, but come on. No, LMU could definitely, I get it. You put it fixed in bronze because everybody starts in bronze, and for the beginners, it's easier for them to be in the game and pretty much on the same level as everybody else. But silver and gold, you should be able to tweak the cars to your heart's content. Then again, maybe they just want people to host more races, which I don't mind doing. Except 20 minutes to qualify is too long, Viking. 15 minutes, okay. 10 minutes, I think, is adequate. 5-minute practice, 10-minute qualifying. And then an hour or 45-minute races is nice. Like Dark Knight was saying earlier this afternoon, if he had just one more lap, he could have overtaken me. And it's true, he could have. Actually, he could have won it right there at the last dash towards the finish line. I lost the rear, and instead of going around me, he braked. Oh. But also, going another couple of laps would have given him more time to catch up to us after the crash in the first corner of the first lap. Well, not the first corner. The one at the end of Eau Rouge there, I don't know what they call it. Ooh, next race. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Finally, we're getting into a race, folks. Join the event. And the Mercedes is so not my car to drive. I really don't know what to do with this car. Like, I kind of hate the fact that they have these races where they restrict the cars. But if they do that, then I would understand why it would be in a fixed configuration. Because I do not know what needs tweaking on this car. And for the 30 seconds of practice and the 3 minutes of qualifying laps, I wouldn't have time to tweak it to my liking. I'd have to go and play solo a while for it to figure it out. Ooh, again, a bunch of returning from bans. That is never a good sign. And they put them with a bunch of diamond drivers. What? Do they expect us to weed out? And report all the bad drivers? Is that why they do that and they give all the diamond drivers the returning from ban people? See, this is what I'm talking about. Doing these lines is the hardest part when making a livery, because if you look at the texture files, the parts of the car are all over the place. So to get them to line up is a pain. So you see, 9 seconds, I don't have time to tweak the car. 5 minutes qualifying,
That's the end of the session. 10th position.
I don't like the fact that they restrict the cars. But I am happy that it is fixed, so that it doesn't give anybody any advantages over me. We're all stuck in the same crappy car. Although the Mercedes ain't that crappy, honestly. Last week was the Mustang. I tried the Mustang. You're sitting so low in the car, and the hood is so high that you can't even see the track. I always think that this guy is the red light, and the light's green.
Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. We've got 4 minutes to set a lap. Let's get some heat into these brakes.
Left side. Clear left.
Then the other thing that I don't like is that I customize my rev lights to match my Ferrari. So they don't line up with the other cars. So either it starts flashing before time or after, depending on which car I'm driving. And the ones in this car are pretty dim, so even though I can kind of see them, they don't pop out enough for me to actually notice when I need to shift.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Lear has just done a 138.18.
Time 1:42.00.
Justin Freeman says, oh, this is the no chicane layout. Boo, la.
Yep, it is. I know I practice on the other configuration and then you get online and it's this one. Well, on one hand, less chicanes means it's better for bronze. But I would expect it to be like the default configurations once you get to silver and gold. You know, anything to eliminate as much as possible dive bombers
That's the end of the session.
would be
Come
a
on in.
good thing in bronze. Unfortunately, this is not a drag racing game. So it's not about who's the first to get at the end of the straight.
Lap 142.86.
There we go. So they expect me to finish 13th, and I'm gonna drop from here though. I hate that. I rather they want me to finish like 20th. Split 3 of 10. No wonder. You know, they put the pressure on you and then they stick all of these returning from a ban people. So yeah, I'm gonna lose a couple of places here. Then I'll be in the middle of all these guys that are returning from bans. And then we gotta hit the first corner. This is gonna be so much fun, guys. Happy New Year's.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Justin Friesen says, It is what it is.
It is what it is, but let's try to have fun anyways. I kind of feel like they do this so that we report the really, really bad drivers.
Justin Friesen says, Geely Chef.
Good luck and have fun. Yeah, me too, I'm
has
scared.
started.
Okay, he's already off the track.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, that guy in front had a really great start.
Car right. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right. Car
There
left.
goes a
Clear
dive
left.
bomber.
Car left. Clear left. Clear left. Right side.
Yellow flag.
Clear right. On your left. Clear left.
Tiny bit of aero damage, just ignore it. Nice start. Well done. Green flag, sector 1. Yellow flag in sector 1. Green flag, sector 1. Yellow flag in sector 3. Green flag, sector 3.
Justin's freezing says. Nice avoidance.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
Lap
that guy behind me though.
3.13.
He looks pretty close. Too
your
close
right.
for comfort.
Still there. Still there. Clear right.
That took a lot to avoid this guy.
Left side. Clear left. On your left. Clear left. Car left. Clear left.
I think he was upset that he got sideswiped. And he's trying to go back after the guy that did it to
The
him.
leader has just done a 138.06.
Time
Relax,
1:42.46.
focus, keep it smooth. 10th position. Okay, champ, we've just cut the track. The stewards have warned us about track limits.
On your right. Clear right.
Watch those track limits or we'll get a penalty. Don't give up. Keep him under pressure. Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag, Sector 3. Keep digging. 15 minutes left.
That time was a 1:42.24.
I'm surprised that we're not getting more slipstream than this in that straight.
Right side. Clear right.
Don't panic. Come on, champ.
Not panicking. That guy in front was brake checking us. Well, you can move once to block. Moving
Lap
more
one,
than
four,
once,
three,
I don't
four,
agree
three.
with that.
Yellow flag.
Car
Oh,
right.
really?
Sector 1 is clear.
Clear right.
That was bad.
You picked out a little bit of bodywork damage.
Left side. Clear left. Left
Okay, well
side.
that guy's
Clear
getting
left.
reported.
Justin's 376. Crap. Nothing to do there.
Yellow flag. Watch out.
The victim's says.
Right side. Clear
So I
right.
can't use cameras. I lose frames.
Yellow flag in sector
How
3.
did the
Green
video
flag
look
sector
actually
2.
finished?
Car left. Clear left.
Green flag sector 3.
Car left. Hold your line.
So I can't use cameras, I lose frames.
That time was
How
a
did the video look after we
10.94.
finished? It looked good. I don't know what you mean. Oh, you're losing frames. Is that the yellow warning that you get from YouTube? That you're losing frames due to something signal, not enough frames.
The victim says. No, getting my items.
On your right. Clear right.
Okay, champ, don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. Yellow flag.
On your left. Clear left.
Green flag.
On your right. Hold your line. Clear right.
Come on, man, defend harder.
Well, defend harder would have mean that we would have had contact. I think I've already had plenty of this in this race.
9.
I'm gonna report everybody that I had incidents with because they were all bad.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Green flag sector 1. Gapto, routine, ahead is now. 0.7.
Okay, coming back to the OBS frames, are you trying to screen everything in 4K? Because it did look good to me, honestly. But, you know, I was also spinning my pizza dough at the same time while I was watching, so...
Yellow flag in
Other
sector
than
3.
the
Okay,
sound, I
champ,
did not
you've
notice
got half
anything
your
bad
fuel
about
left.
the picture quality.
The Viking source says, no streaming in 1080.
Okay,
Green
1080p.
flag, sector 3.
On your
Okay.
left. Clear left.
Are all your resolutions at the same thing? Like, are you... There's like the screen resolution. Because if your game is in 4K and your screens are in 4K...
Time
The Viking
1:42.33.
It wasn't choppy.
No, it wasn't choppy at all. But if your native screens are in 4K when you race, and you're asking OBS to downscale it to 1080p, then your VRAM and your GPU are doing the work, or your CPU is doing work.
The Viking source says, no, my screen is 1440.
Don't let this guy intimidate you.
And how many bytes, what's your upload rate? Like, are you in the 10,000, 12,000s? Or like I used to be at 3,500? Now I'm up to 10,000, but it used to be anywhere around 5,000. But I also double stream and double formats. But yeah, if
42.93.
your screen resolution is in one format and you're scaling it down to 1080p, there's going to be some loss somewhere that the GPU has to compensate.
Car right.
So that's
The
where...
Still
Viking
there.
source says, my upload is 440
Hold your line.
but in
clear right.
1700 for 1080.
Yeah, ooh, did I cause both of those cars to go offline and synchronous?
Apexes and exits. Sector 2 is
What
yellow.
in
Yellow flag in
uses
sector 3.
and
Okay,
then
champ.
back.
5 minutes to go.
Yes,
5 minutes left.
NVIDIA, yes.
Green flag, sector 3. Green flag, sector 2.
If I was just
Hey,
gaming, I
head
would
is
tell
increasing.
everybody to
It's
go
now
AMD,
7.0.
but for streamers, you're better using NVIDIA because of the encoders.
Sector 2 is yellow. Green flag, sector 1.
So yeah, I'm using, I think, the 264. I think there's also a 265 depending on which generation of NVIDIA you have. But since you're in 1440, but you're streaming in 1080, there's some scaling that's going on there, and that's where you might be losing frames. But also, I
Lap 1.
I don't understand what you mean by
43.74.
losing frames either. Like, do you have like a FPS counter, and normally when you game you get like 2000 FPS, and now that you're streaming you're down to 1,000? Obviously, those numbers are exaggerated. I don't know anybody that gets 2000 FPS, but you know what I mean.
The Viking Simmer says, when I game passive moved in, still getting over 160 FPS.
Well, that's incredibly good. Which, for me, that would be overkill because my monitors are 60 hertz. So, for me, oh yeah, what FPS are you going
in front
for?
is now 7.0 seconds.
See, that's the thing. The thing with the screen resolutions and the frame rates kind of all have to be the same. So if you're playing in 4K, you kind of have to stream in 4K.
60 FPS.
Yeah, okay.
Time
It is getting closer. Gaps now 7.2 seconds.
But I do know that back in the day, when I was using
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
5,000-bit upload speed to stream, every once in a while in my YouTube studio it would tell me that it's not getting enough pictures. So I had some video frame dropouts, but nobody ever complained. But I've never had anything in OBS because all my stuff is all 1080. My screen resolution here is 1080. I don't have any scaling going on between the output and my screens. If I try to go over or under, then it creates all kinds of chaos. And it will either tell me I'm not getting enough audio, enough video, enough nothing. And everything starts lagging. And also I tried you have different settings. And I tried the ultra low latency and that was creating more chaos.
Lap 142.
So I'm keeping it on the low latency, so it's like 5 seconds. It says it could go up to 10, but most people report 5 seconds. It's all finicky and you kind of have to fiddle around to see what works best. But from what I saw, the picture was crystal clear. I could see the tracks and everything. The only thing is I really had to boost the sound to hear anything at first. Picture-wise, everything was good. Could see the pedal work. That's the other thing, you know. Are all your cameras at the same resolution as your... Do you have them all set up at the same resolution, 1080p? Because you told me those cameras are 4K. So are you scaling it differently from one camera to the other? And I'm not sure about those cameras.
The Viking Simmer says, they are 1,086.
Okay, good. So if everything's set up at 1080, I don't know why OBS is telling you that you're dropping frames. Usually that's the kind of thing that happens when you have a system like mine, which is 1080, and I would try to stream in 4K.
This is helping. The victim says, am fixing it.
Okay. It's really hard to say because I could show you all my settings, but our systems are like complete opposite of the spectrum. So none of my settings would really apply to yours.
The victim says, I fixed it no more lost frames with cameras.
Okay, good.
The victim says, it was my background.
Ah, yes, that's the next thing I was gonna talk to you about. Because are you using like a make-believe green screen, like hardware green screen, like they have on Team Zooms and all those things, or are you actually using a green screen and using some effects in OBS?
2 leaders remaining.
Like what is it, Chrome? I forget what it is.
14. Acknowledge. Pit stop requested.
I'm really not happy about this.
Justin Friesen says, oh yeah, that's hard on the system. The victim says, OBS effects, yes.
Let me check here. I forget what it's called. If I click this, man, I forget the. Oh, here it is.
Justin Friesen says, real green screens aren't so resource heavy.
Chroma key kind of a thing. But yeah, that is gonna cause a resource delay somewheres. Okay, I need to. I was really. Oh, look at them. They all did not finish. These guys were just wrecking havoc for everybody else. I'm pretty sure this guy and this guy also. Archie and Sean. Let's see if Sean and Archie are people that ran into me. No, but I'm going to report these two anyways. So, Harrington and Lucas. And if I'm not mistaken, this guy is one of the guys that is on the bottom list that did not finish.
I fixed my mic. I brought the mic up.
Well, you could have brought the entire volume because I think your voice, for the game sound. Lucas Perozzi, yeah.
And I added chat to my videos.
Report driver, yes.
Says, I've never reported anyone. Lol.
I have, and I'm still going to report them. See, there's a timer here. Cooldown remaining 51. I don't know what that means, but I'm reporting them. So, there. Okay, time to set up a smoke screen. Yeah, that's the thing. You have different systems, and depending on what you're doing, anything could be the gear in the wheel that, whoops. I need to do that because I can't light up on screen. Sorry, folks. Sorry to all my advertisers who I don't know who they are because YouTube just randomly throws them at me. But okay, 2 minutes to rejoin this one, and then the upcoming one is in what, 20-some minutes? Yeah, 22 minutes. And I'm guessing there's not many more people in these ones. But if I'm not mistaken, the OBS bot cameras have their own software for the green screen. But yeah, they might have to be tuned down to 30 FPS for them to work or something like that. So 32 of 38. See, during the evening here in North America, there's a lot less
Justin's
players than
reason
during the
says,
day in Europe.
That means you can't report them until that timer runs out. Prevents guys from reporting out of anger. Once they cool down, they might realize that it wasn't really a penalty.
True that. But the timer restarts afterwards. I've went back an hour afterwards, and I've seen timers at 5 minutes, and then after the 5 minute timer goes down, it starts back up to an hour. So the reporting thing does not make any sense. I just report everything. I don't care about their stupid timers. But I've had a warning that I have been in a high number of accidents in a race where the same returning from a banned person hit me like 5 or 6 times. Right after I click it, I go back to this menu and then I get a message saying the diamond thing was applied to me. Like right after I reported it, it's like it goes through somehow. I don't know. I there's so many things that I love about this game. Like I like 90 things about this game, but there's like 10 things that rub me the wrong way. And sometimes those 10 things outweigh the 90 good things that I like about this game. If that makes any sense. This stupid fixed thing and this 15-minute rotation crap that they're not doing really hits me the wrong way, or rubs me the wrong way. But yeah, folks, since we're talking about mic volumes and all that, is my microphone loud enough over the game sound? And if you watch a regular YouTube and then you come into my stream, are the volumes balancing themselves out, or do you constantly have to change your volume?
Justin Friesen says, Yup.
Okay. Now, sometimes, I'll be streaming and nobody's watching, and then 30 minutes later
Justin
somebody comes in
Friesen
and
says,
says, "We can't hear you."
All levers are good.
And then I noticed that, yeah, my microphone's turned off. I've been talking to myself for 30 minutes all by myself.
Levels.
Which is kind of funny and not good. I'm wondering why everybody's joining and leaving after 10 seconds. Then again, when you're racing, it's hard to constantly talk because I am trying to concentrate on the race. But then again, I kind of got into a conversation about OBS in that last race, and my mind just goes on autopilot. And the next thing I know, I see two Mercedes in my mirror kind of drift off. But I think one of them actually hit my bumper. So maybe he hit my bumper, the guy in back of him hit his bumper, and both of them skid out at the same time. I don't know. I'm just saying. Yeah, I was actually surprised that you had a green screen up. Actually, I thought I would be seeing more of the rig and stuff. And one thing I've noticed, well, me on my system, if I do put a green screen, it will try to blur out the steering wheel, which is not something that I want to do. So that's why I don't use a green screen. That and the fact that I'm getting too old to tweak all of these things. I mean, I already played with the AI and stuff, and yeah, having the chat is a good thing, but only if you have a moderator that can, because every once in a while you'll get some punk coming into your stream saying nasty things in the chat. So you kind of have to be your own moderator and put certain words in your ban things. And so that they don't say them. But sometimes they find ways around it to say stuff. Like I had somebody come into my stream once and saying that I was, doing really bad stuff to my cats off camera. And I didn't have a moderator to do that. And if you're streaming the chat, well, it becomes part of the broadcast. And YouTube has a bunch of AIs to go through all of that. It's really a pain in the butt. So sometimes I put the chat up and sometimes I don't. But a couple of months ago, I used to put the chat up in the stream here. And I don't know if you remember Smoking Tires that would come in every once in a while and complain about it. Because he says, we can't see your gauges, we can't see this, we can't see that. It's hiding the a third of the screen or a fourth of the screen or the track or something. So no matter where I put the chat, he was complaining about it. So I kind of not put the chat up no more. But I used to like it. Because on one hand, when people see that their chats are going live, they might actually be incited to chat more. Because let's face it, in my shorts feed, I get sometimes 200, 300, 400 people coming in. But 99% of the time, it's people on the widescreen that are chatting, not so much people from the shorts feed. Okay, I finished my smoke screen here. Let me bring up this. And if I switch over, oh, it just becomes green. I don't have my green screen enabled. If I remove it, there we go. But then you see my cat in the background when I go off camera. So, okay, let's just keep it original. I haven't used the green screen in a long time. But yeah, it does funky things to the steering wheel.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I'm not a fan of green screens or pedal cams, to be honest. But hey, to each their own.
Well, how can I say? This way, you guys can actually see me, fighting the steering wheel when I'm driving. This cam allows you to see the setup and the immersion, and you can kind of still see the steering wheel. But the minute vibrations, you don't see them as well as on this camera. And I did have a pedal cam at one point, but the camera was my old GoPro that the battery's dead. So even though it's hooked in, it would, cut off in and out constantly, was really a pain. So that's why I kind of want to order myself some two more cameras. I like it, but one other thing that I wanted to do is, let me bring out the bit house here and I'll capture this. And this here, I don't know if you guys can see it. So you see the brake and you can see
Justin
my
Swinfree
throttle.
says, we can see the inputs in the HUD anyways.
But I was thinking of putting this screen in here as well so that you can see a more precise, when I'm going into a curve, or, how much throttle I'm giving coming out of the curve. I was thinking of putting this one. But then I would have to kind of put the cameras on the bottom and move the game up a bit. So actually you're seeing a little bit less of the game and a little bit more of the pedal work and the steering wheel and all that kind of stuff. And I also used to have the sim hub thing going on with the gears and the speed and stuff. Yes, you can see them, but I also have the vertical feed where you can't see as much. And I have a little bit of free space on the vertical where I can put stuff in there. More details. Because kids really like to look at the speed. They're like, how fast can you go? Go faster, break your speed record. Well, the only way to break your speed record is to miss your braking. Not brake, just go straight through the curve. That's the only way you're going to break your speed record. Because at some point you gotta brake to turn to make the corner. So, okay, let's register for this one in 9 minutes. Alright, going back to my Ferrari. Or I could go with the BMW. Or I could go with the Mercedes. Where's the Mercedes? They all have liveries. But this is the car that I know the most. Even though it's really crappy on fix setups. Like, I'm struggling the entire race to keep control of the car. Even on Fuji, on all the tracks, I am struggling to keep control of the car. Whereas I go into that Mercedes on Fuji, and no matter what I do, well, I see a lot of cars skid out. It's really hard to lose control of that car.
Don't like the Maca A.
What's the Maca? What is Maca? I don't get it. What am I missing? What's Maca? I'm confused. Doesn't take much.
Justin Swinfree says, McLaren.
Oh, I have nothing against the McLaren. Absolutely nothing. And the fact that I put a lot of orange on all my cars because of Bandai Namco, it would make a lot of sense for me to use the McLaren. The thing is that when I was looking into this game, I saw a couple of YouTubes. I wanted to get a feel for this game, and all the noob videos for this game were saying pick the McLaren, pick the Mercedes, pick the Lexus, pick the BMW. What if you're a noob? The cars, they kind of drive themselves. The other cars are in between. And if you want a real challenge, drive the Porsche, because the Porsche is easy to spin out. So I didn't want a newbie car, and I didn't want the Porsche either. I wanted something in the middle. So I picked the Ferrari, and I decided to just learn how to drive the Ferrari, if that makes any sense. Like, yes, I want to learn the tracks, but I enjoy the fact that I have to control my Ferrari. I do that race with the Mercedes, and it's almost impossible for me to lose control of that
Justin
car.
Friesen says. Fair enough.
You really kind of have to jerk it in the corner to spin out. Whereas in my Ferrari, if I miss my braking point, if I miss my gear, if I put on the gas too early, if, you know, if any one of 15 things that I do into a corner with the Ferrari will be a catastrophic failure. So that's why I say I play for the fun, because for me, learning to tame the beast is as much fun as learning how to drive on the track. It's all part of what I enjoy in sim racing. Otherwise, I would be playing an arcade game. You know, not saying that the Lexus or the Mercedes are arcade cars. Or the McLaren are. I'm just saying that the Ferrari compared to the Mercedes, it's a lot more stressful car for me to drive, which might not be a good thing. I might die of a heart attack driving the car. But no matter, if I manage to finish a race, I'm very satisfied. That's why if I don't win and I finish like 20th out of 30 drivers, I'm extremely happy with that. But yeah, maybe if I was racing for a podium, I would probably, take a car that I don't have to fight as much. Like, I'm fighting other cars, but I'm fighting my self-control over the car that I'm driving more than anything. I don't know. It's hard to describe, and I guess you guys kind of get it because you've been playing this game quite a bit. But yeah, maybe I should, start building a skin for the McLaren and start driving it and see how that feels. Because I've never driven it in this game. There's so many cars. The Corvette I've never driven. The Lamborghini I've never driven. The Aston Martin I've never driven. The Porsche I've never driven. There's, half of the cars in this game I've never touched. And I've only been touching them because they're forcing me. They forced me on the Mustang, they forced me on the BMW, and now they're forcing me on the Mercedes. But yeah, I should probably start thinking about making a livery for the McLaren and trying it out.
Drive the car you like most. That's always been my opinion.
Well, I don't know which car I like the most. Because I haven't tried half of the cars in the game. I do know that one time I popped into the Corvette. And I popped out of it right away because the windshield is in 3 sections. And it really threw me off. Back then, I was still used to driving in perspective behind the car. And people were telling me to get used to the cockpit view. So I was trying to get used to the cockpit view. And then you get into the Corvette, and then I can't deal with this windshield. I just cannot deal with that windshield. So yeah, that's probably the day that I decided to go with Ferrari. Popped into the Corvette, didn't like it, popped into the Ferrari. I'm like, okay, I'm home. Let's drive this.
Justin Slim Friesen says, Ooh off the vet. I hated an LMU, but it was my favorite GT3 in iRacing. Lol.
Well, I remember, I forget where I was racing 2 weeks ago, but somebody came in and said, try the Corvette. It's really good on this track. Oh, it was the Le Mans track. And somebody said that the Corvette was really good on the Le Mans track. See, I have a hard time picking a car for a track. I like to drive the same car all the
Justin
time.
Friesen says, Troll, lol.
Really? I don't know. I don't know. But I should definitely do a livery for the McLaren and try it out. I know Viking likes it a lot. And since he can, laps, 4.5 seconds faster around Spa, maybe I should definitely try the McLaren out.
Justin Slim Friesen says, All I drive is the Macca.
Well,
The
that's the
Viking
thing
summer
with the
says,
fixed setups.
On a fixed setup.
See, back in the day when I was practicing and all this stuff, nobody mentioned that when you go online, you're stuck with fixed setups. I drove all by myself against the AI for 2 months, practicing not getting into collisions, because apparently that's a big thing in this game. Although you wouldn't believe me by looking at my last race where 6 people ran into me.
Just moved abs and ticks.
I hate that.
The Viking Simmer says, TCS.
I hate that. I hate that. Because part of it is how you drive. And since I really can't feel my right foot, like I tell it to let go of the gas, but it doesn't. So if you look here at my pit house, so my brake starts slow, and as I go in, it goes faster. But look at my my throttle here. I have no control. It's a dead zone for the first fifth of it, because I can never let go of it for some reason. And then it has to be really slow, and then, okay, give it full throttle when I punch it, That's about as good as I can do. Okay, let's bring this down. Let's bring this up. Let's bring this. And now we need to make sure that I have enough fuel to actually finish this race. So that's not enough. We need
That's the end of the session. 15.
13. Was it 13? Let's give it 13.5 so I don't get penalized again.
Justin Friesen says, I just stay linear on both pedals.
Well, I was linear, but it wasn't working out for me. I would brake too much, and the ABS in this game is really it's really strong in the steering wheel, which I really hate. Initially, I wanted to get some, I forget what you call them, haptic motors on my pedals to feel the ABS. But it's so strong in the steering wheel, I'm like, fudge it, you know?
Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. Okay, champ. We've got 4 minutes to set a lap.
So
We
the
need to get
only
some
way
heat into
for
these
me
brakes.
to avoid a little bit of the ABS force feedback in the steering wheel is to dial it down. But then if you drive prototypes and in hypercars, you don't want to lock up your brakes, so the maximum that you want to go for is maybe 70% of 100% of your brake, maximum brake, because you don't want to lock up. And even at 70, you still, you know, if you keep your foot on the pedal long enough, it'll lock up. So I've had to play around with that quite a bit. Maybe in my youth I would have left them progressive, but not progressive, but linear. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. But my body is such a wreck now that I kind of have to adapt to what I can do within reason. See, even on cold tires, I can do such a tighter turn on that when my suspension is not broken.
CNT.
Will I be able to do a race today without a broken suspension? I don't think so.
Track limits. They'll invalidate this lap.
No, they won't invalidate it. And I don't know what she's talking about, track limits. I'm pretty sure that tire was still on the line. Take it to the stewards. Have them revise it.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. The leader has just done 148.19.
See, when I have my own custom setup, I don't have to go down into first gear as much. But on the fixed setup here, the car just does not want to turn if I don't put it in first.
Time 149.27.
Right side, clear right.
Well, see, I thought I was being smart today, and before I got on, I went outside and had to walk my cats, hoping that he wouldn't bother me midstream. But guess what, folks? It didn't work out. I think my cat's on a timer. He's going around here into every room,
That's
all
the end of
around,
the session. 5.
hoping that somehow the windows or the patio door will open up magically. They got like 2 litter boxes. He's going to each one of them, scratching them. But then he comes back here and wants me to open the patio door.
Time 150.52.
Okay. Again, diamonds and people that are banned, returning from a ban. Why do they do this to all the diamond drivers?
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start. Formation lap has started.
Okay, I think there's a lot of lag going on here. Either that or people are just stop and go, stop and go. I hate being on the outside for this first corner.
Green flag, green flag.
On your left. You're in the middle, 3 wide. Clear left. Clear all round. On your right. You're in the middle, 3 wide. Hold your line.
Yellow flag.
Left side. Clear all round.
Well, guess what,
Bodyworks
folks?
in pretty.
Right side. Clear right.
Look at my front suspension again.
Right side.
Green flag, sector 1 in.
Okay.
Still there.
All these guys
Clear
are
right.
idiots. Really?
On your right. Clear right. Car right. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear right. Car right. 3 wide, you're in the middle. Clear right. Clear all
The
round.
victim says,
Yellow flag.
This is why I don't race and start from pits law. Justin free says, La.
So yeah, I'm really happy that they put all the people returning from bans in with all the diamond people.
Yellow flag. flag sector 3.
Right side, clear right.
Where did that Mustang go? Did he think that that was the pit entrance? Or is that a secret pit entrance that I'm not aware of?
Yellow flag, watch out.
Lap 2, 12.24.
16. Sector
But
1
yeah,
is
I
yellow.
think I kind of jinxed it at the beginning of the race, saying, am I going to have a race today that I'm not going to have a fudged up suspension?
On your left, clear left.
Green flag sector 3.
Other than the race with the Mercedes there, that's not even my car. All 3 races in my Ferrari today. Oh, except for the first one I did today. Silverstone in the rain, which I really enjoyed. My suspension was not fudged. But since then, all the 3 out of 4 races
Green flag.
have a busted suspension. It's kind of crappy.
The leader has just done a 146.24. Yellow flag. Sector 3 is clear. The gap
Lap
to P12 ahead is increasing.
151.10.
It's now 3.8 seconds. Gear team.
Justin Friesen says, just need to learn how to navigate the chaos merchants.
No. If you look at that camera, the replay, you'll see that there's a couple of guys in there that was just going through the corner trying to plow their way as if it was snow. Some people just don't care about contact and running
Green
into
flag,
others
sector
and
2.
wrecking their races and stuff. Like, I get it, it's a game. Ooh, my suspension is really giving out on me there.
Okay, champ. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Ooh. So I don't have a puncture
limits.
tire, but it kind of feels like it. Yes, Cat, I hear you. But you already went out this evening, kitty.
Justin Friesen says, you'll understand what I know with time.
Well, that's why I rather not qualify and just... When the race expects me to finish 20th, I like leaving from behind and let everybody crash.
1.77.
But when they expect me to finish 8th, I kind of have to qualify and then just hope that I'm racing with clean drivers. Like, if we would have done that start with silver or gold, it would have been a much cleaner start. But going in bronze here and having all these people returning
Incident
from
in sector
bans,
2 is yellow.
they didn't get the message
Sector
that
2 is clear. The gap to P12. In front is
plowing
now
into everybody is
7:23.
not a good thing. And see, both races that I've done here with returning people from a ban is not a good thing. Like, why put them all together here? Are there like really that many people returning from bans that they have to put like 6 or 7 of them in everybody's race?
The leader has just done A.
Or did they really
145.
just put them all in our race, you know? It kind of doesn't make sense. We are all diamond drivers, and instead of being stuck with people with blues, and maybe 1 or 2 that have been involved in a high number of accidents, it's like 2/3, 1/3. Not a good recipe. See, in the first lap, I was what, 22nd, 23rd?
Lap 150.
And by the time I
1.08.
completed the first lap, I'm in 12th place? How many people have retired? How many of those diamond people have left? I'm pretty sure like at least 5 of them were people returning from bans, and that's their only goal in life, is to wreck everybody's start of the race and then move on to the next one and wreck that one as well. And like you said, there's probably a timer on reporting them, so people are, you know, us drivers would have to wait an hour before we can report them. So they keep on wrecking races for an hour. Like I said, there's 90 things that I like about this game, but there's 10 that really rub you the wrong way. And like, I don't care, I never was here for a podium. But it's been a while since I had a good race with somebody. You know, there was that Porsche that I was trying to catch up in that earlier race. Unfortunately, the guy that was rejoining right here kind of busted my suspension, so I never got to fight with the guy in front of me. So the other fight that I had was the one that I had with the Dark Knight today, this afternoon, in the hosted race, where he was in my rear the entire race trying to put the pressure on me to make mistakes.
51.24.
But, you know, we were about a second difference throughout the race. You know, that's what I enjoy. I don't care if we're fighting for first place or last place. But fighting with somebody within a second,
Nail every corner. Let's take
the entire race,
that's half distance.
is a lot of fun.
Yellow flag.
And unfortunately,
Green flag sector 6.
like the video I have in my intro there, you can see that there's like contact. We're scraping doors. But we were fighting for about 10 laps throughout that race. And the worst thing that ever happened is that we were just scraping doors. Never did he run into me. Never did I run into him. We were just scraping doors for about 10 laps. So yeah, okay,
Yellow
we got
flag.
contact.
Car left, clear left.
Green flag sector 3.
But it was still a very fun race. I consider that a very clean race. And I have not had a race like that in a long time. And it's kind of what I was hoping to get more of in this game.
Lap 151.01.
Well, I was lucky he
Sector 2
spun
is
out
yellow.
there again because he was catching up
The
to
gap
me.
behind is now 5.5 seconds. Green flag, Sector 2.
The Porsche speed is so OP. I hope they kind of balance that out in the next update. But I get it. If it's a tricky car to drive, then okay. I'm okay with that. But you put the faster car in the hands of a very good driver, and it's, you know, it's no
Green flag,
longer a
Sector
fair
3.
game.
You got half your fuel left.
Okay, so in theory I should have enough fuel for this race.
The gap to
Lap
10
1,
ahead is increasing. It's
50.48.
now 12 seconds. That's good consistency. Keep it up.
Well, no, because the guy in front is pulling away from me.
Yellow flag, Sector 2. Looks like P2's gone off. Green flag, Sector 2.
Oh man, the rear just wants to drift.
Sector 2 is yellow. Looks like 6 has gone off. Green flag, Sector 6.
Are they fighting up front?
Sector 3 is yellow. P3 has gone off.
Yeah, I guess
Green
they're
flag,
fighting up
Sector 3.
front. Ooh, man, my rear really wants to go sideways on me. It's funny because a broken suspension will not behave the same from one race to the next. Like,
The Viking Simmer says, I would like to challenge you guys again. I just overshot my braking point.
well, I have no objections.
5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
But normally, Dark Knight can only race early in the
That time
afternoon.
was a 1:52.10.
So that's why I am more inclined to do hosted races, because we're pretty evenly matched, you know?
The gap in front is now 13 seconds. Sector 2 is yellow. Green flag,
But if you
Sector
want to
2.
do one, I'm up for it. If you want to do one now. Although I was going to call this race the last one because my cat's going all over the place here. He really wants to go out. And I kind of hate, you're not allowed to,
Yellow flag in Sector
like
3.
I would let the stream run
Incident in Sector Sector.
while I
Sector
go
2
out and have
is
a
yellow.
walk, 10-minute walk
Green
with the
flag, Sector
cat.
3.
But you're not allowed to do that.
The
You
Viking
cannot-
Simmer says, Oh God, not tonight.
Oh, not tonight. Oh, okay. Well then. Yeah, any afternoon. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna host 6 races every day because I can't afford that, even though it's not that expensive, but whenever you guys are up for it, I am definitely up for it because I like hosted races. Like, I know I may not be of your caliber, and I never will be, and that I'm okay with that. But if I'm lucky enough to be behind you to see your track line and how you brake going into a curve and how you exit, might be the
We've had a
thing
cut
that
warning.
makes
Keep it
me
tight,
click
please, champ.
on how to gain some time in a race.
11.
And that's kind of why I'm frustrated with
The
the...
Viking Simmer says, you will get better over time.
Well, not really. I mean, if
Gap
you,
down 10
you know,
ahead is now
I got
5.9
better during the
seconds.
first month.
Sector 3 is yellow.
You know, I'm
Looks like 6 has
consistent,
been-
but I'm not getting better. How can I
Just
say?
2
That's why
minutes
I'm
left.
kind
2
of
minutes to go.
frustrated with the fixed setups here, because... Like, I know that on my Ferrari, on certain tracks with my car setup, I used to downshift into first gear, let's say at this corner here, right? Which I have to do, otherwise the car will not turn here. But with my setup, I can stay in second gear, and I'm gonna actually lose a second in that first corner and another second here. So I found ways to, you know, shave a second or two off of my lap times. Just by figuring out my braking points and in which gear is better for me to go through that corner.
That time was a 1:50.98.
You know, that's the kind of thing that I'm looking for in certain tracks. It's like, okay, I need to hit that first curb there a little bit more
We've
going
been warned
in.
about track limits.
Otherwise, I go too wide. So I need to be more on that curb. Otherwise, I get too wide here. But I'm having a really hard time. Like, I know I need to do it. I just don't know what my muscle memory is doing for me not to be able to do what I want the car to do. But there's certain places that, you know, there's a couple of places I'd like to shave a second off of my lap times. But I know I'm not going to shave 4.5 seconds off a Spa. You know. Driving my eyes out, I can maybe shave 1 second. Oh, I'm catching up to this guy. There was 12 seconds at one point.
The Viking Simmer says, you are a sec over now.
Lap 1:49.18.
See, I keep missing that first one.
Pay attention to track limits. Peace, champ.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear left.
Ooh! Sorry, dude. He tried to be clean there and
Green flag,
give ourselves
sector 2.
some room, but he spun out. Even though I'm gaining a position, it's not the dogfight that I want. You know, I want to go 10 rounds, 12 rounds with somebody. Back and forth, trading places, trading mistakes. Ooh, my car is so drifty at the... See, that's what I was saying earlier. Even though front suspension is busted, the damages will not behave the same. Oh, man. Dude.
Tenth position. Okay, it's over. Okay, pit stop requested.
Man,
Watch your
he
speed.
almost had me crash out there at the end. Disqualified. Dang, okay. Well, I'm interested in knowing who crashed into me and all that. Gonna take a smoke screen here. I used to have a picture of me there, but then people kept telling me that my camera froze. So I was expected to finish 13th, and I finished 9th. So, and that's with all the chaos at the beginning. But Carlos, Nicholas, King, Dan twice.
Justin Friesen says, lol, that was a crazy last corner.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Even though the front suspension is broken, the damage doesn't behave the same from one race to the other. Like in the race that we did earlier today, the hosted race, I felt like one wheel was going right, the other one was going left. 2 races ago when I had this damage, the car was just pulling to the right. And in this race, even though again it's a front suspension that's busted, it's the rear that kept floating away throughout the corners. So the damage doesn't behave always the same, even though it's the same part that keeps getting busted. Definitely gonna report these guys. Man, oh man, oh man. But okay, I'll come back tomorrow and see if I can't report them tomorrow. Because Carlos, Nicholas, and King. Where's Carlos? King didn't, okay. Nicholas did not finish. See, these are the guys that, you know, just ran into me and whatnot. And Carlos. There we go. All 3 drivers in that hit me were not cool. I don't know how many times people kept yelling at me saying that they're gonna report me. I was very not happy staying in bronze that first week. Getting hit by everybody and everybody telling me that they're gonna report me.
And see if the cooldown timer is done.
Oh, on the other races? Okay. Yeah, we could do that. You'll see it goes to 5 minutes and then it starts up again. Let's go. Well, this hasn't been an hour, so obviously the timer. If I look at who I need to report here. Dan Harrington and Perozzi. So Dan, look at the timer. 49 minutes. So it's been more than 10 minutes since I finished that race. Now if we go to another race, like that makes no sense. If we go to this race, let's look at the breakdown. Who do I need to report here? Poi Sarap and Pedro Leonardo. Which I don't think I reported neither one of these because I think that overall I think this... Well, this... Yeah, there's one guy that rejoined. That's the guy that rejoined. Poi Sarap. And then Pedro hit me in the end. So, okay, let's go to Poi and Pedro. Poi, can I report him? Post-race reporting, okay. Okay, well, this is the first time. Custom livery violation, really? See, I can't... It's not an intentional wrecking because it was a very bad rejoining of the track. He just decided to rejoin the track, fingers crossed that nobody's gonna hit him. But he was facing me when he was turning around to rejoin, so he should have seen that there was cars coming in the corner and decided to rejoin anyways. Okay, so this is the first time that I'm actually reporting somebody then. I don't remember the lap. That's crap. I have to... You need to have the replay going and everything to fill these out. Dame. Okay.
The Viking Simmer says, you can watch the replay. Justin Slim Friesen says, yup.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna, I stream for 3 hours. I'm gonna go and rewatch my streams for 3 hours to see who, when, and what did what. That doesn't make much sense. Like, literally, they want us to do their job. Like I've said it before, this is part of the 10 things that annoys me.
Justin Slim Friesen says, or load the replay in game.
Yeah, well, it would be easier for me to just rewatch the stream and instead of loading it up here. Although the replay here would give me a lot more angles to watch the accidents. Like I rewatched the accident from Viking's point of view, and you don't even see me coming. He's off the track and all of a sudden he gets really hit hard. And then you see the Ferrari go in front of him. But you can never see me coming. But if you're on the triple screen monitor, maybe you can see me on the left screen. Which doesn't translate to the... I don't think enough people are paying attention to the triple screen to see the little pixel that's coming here into my screen.
Before you leave that lobby. And make a note of what lap hash and other stuff. The Viking Simmer says, I seen you.
Yeah, but we can't see the triple screen in the feed. in the stream, so you know, on the screen here it would be one little pixel coming across. You know. Okay, let's pause it. Am I on myself by default? Okay. Do I need to fast forward a bit more? I don't like this view though. Can we change it? Okay. So that guy just moves over. I know he's trying to avoid this car, but he overcompensates to run into me and then squeezes me in between both of these. And then this car just plows through me. And then this Lamborghini just goes all over the place and cannonballs. Hits me in the rear again. So that was intentional. When you hit somebody, 90% of the time, if you hit the car in front, you're at fault. They don't need us to report. So, okay, the 10% that it's not the fault of the guy in back is like when that guy was rejoining. He probably nicked me in, you know, in the front fender or whatnot. So that would be falling in the 10% that it wasn't my fault. It was him that was rejoining. But 90% of the time...
Justin Slim Friesen says, he's at fault, but not intentional.
This guy here, the Lambo, he's been aggressive for 3 or 4 corners, plowing into everything. This guy is definitely at fault. Whereas the guy that was rejoining badly, yes, he was rejoining badly, but I would not categorize it necessarily as intentional. But this guy was reckless.
Justin Slim Friesen says, what would you do?
Well, I'm a very courteous person. So let me go down to Dan in the Lambo, and you want me to go into the cockpit view. So I have the speed, and so he just rams right into me there. I would have slowed down. When this guy was rejoining, I would have slowed down. He's not paying attention to the fact that there's a car next to him. He tries to move over and plows his way all over the place. I would just slow down. See, he keeps pushing his way through everything. You know, Viking used to say that I was driving like Verstappen, because I know that the AI would always play fair. And I really worked on that and just tried to...
Justin says, Again, his fault. But do you think he expected you to keep such a tight line?
Yes. He should have just slowed down. The car's rejoining and there's a car next to you, so you don't have much of a choice. You either plow through it or you slow down. And I've worked really hard for 2 months on just slowing down and be courteous to everybody. Keep the race as clean as possible. If you're behind me for a lap and I see that you're faster than me, I will let you go.
Justin Friesen says, Do you know how much room you had to your right?
Yes, because you have that little indicator there that tells you, which you can't see on the replay here for some reason. He's still behind the Porsche, still behind the Porsche. Oh, he retired. What happened? Why did he retire? So, if he knows he has a really bad internet connection forcing him to crash into everything, then he should be playing another game.
Justin Friesen says, This is why we watch these, though. Not to see who's at fault, but to learn how to avoid this stuff in the first place.
Well, there's nothing you can do racing against somebody that's just plowing through everything. Like, unfortunately, you know, somebody gave me the advice of being very safe.
Yes.
Of being very safe, and I practiced for 2 months to not be a jackass, cannonballing, running, and cutting everything off, and just be courteous.
Justin Friesen says, With time, my friend. With time.
You know, you guys have seen so many of my races where, you know, if you look at the first week that I was online where I just let everybody just pass me all the time. I did not need a blue flag warning. Okay. There's one replay where I want to look at. Because I don't think there's anything I can learn here. But man, 90% of the time, if you hit the car in front of you, you're at fault. So there should not be all this stupid documentation to fill out to report somebody. It's easy. You don't even need...
Justin Friesen says, This will be the last time I bring this up cause it clearly irritates you. But a good driver doesn't hit guys.
True,
a really
that.
good driver doesn't get hit.
No, I disagree with that. The only way not to get hit is to be in last place and be happy there. Whoops, I think I fast forwarded too much here. Or maybe not. What am I missing? See, he was very polite and he let me pass. And was very polite and let me rejoin. And then I saw the crash in front of me. And I kind of wanted to avoid this. But see, I smacked him on full speed. And my car was very drivable after that. Compared to the little nick that I got into the other race where the guy was rejoining, that really crapped me out. I like how we see some damages on the car. Not really, but... Are there other views that we can do? Oh, we still can't see it from this one. Can we see it from here? I guess cockpit view is pretty much the only view that we can see the accident coming. I kind of wanted to avoid that, but I could not. No, I disagree. You're going to be in collisions, but I just think that the reporting system and everything is really out of whack. You know, somebody's in 9th position and somebody's in 10th, and there's a collision between both cars. 90% of the time, it's going to be number 10 running into number 9. So just give him the red flag and not you, you know? Even though the guy that was doing a really bad rejoin of the track and I smacked into him, I'd be penalized for. The other 90% of the time, you're still, you know, giving a proper penalty to whoever deserves it. I really hate this penalty system, this reporting stuff. But yeah, folks, guess what? We're approaching midnight. New Year's Eve is, well, not New Year's Eve. New Year's is over, or just about. So I guess it's kind of time for me to call it a night. It's been a lot of fun racing, and even into getting into these arguments. Yes, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. And yes, I kind of think that I'm right and everybody else is wrong. I still like to talk about it because At some point, there's got to be a solution, an easier solution than this. And I'm just saying that I used to drive like him a lot, and I practiced for 2 months of just being courteous and being mindful, trying not to get into any scrapes with anybody. And it seems like that Lamborghini driver decided to do his 2 months of practice learning that online with everybody else. That's what gets me, you know. I worked really hard to not be that driver, and to come across these drivers online is kind of aggravating. They will always be there, I know that. But on one hand, the company has an easy way out, and I just gave it to them. You don't need any analysis of who ran into who and to put some algorithms into the net code to find out who was going at what speed and where their track locations
The Viking Simmer says, I'm going to get off now. Had a great race today.
Yep, same here. Thank you so much, and hopefully we get a revenge race soon. Good night, everybody's. A big thank you for watching, and let's keep the debates going. But they don't have to put a bunch of algorithms in the thing here. They don't need to put all this reporting system in there. You know, they said, in this last update, they give us these badges, So why am I not racing green and blues? Why am I racing against people returning from bans? On one hand, okay, the Lamborghini, it's not his fault because he was trying to avoid the Mustang that was spinning out in front of him. But maybe that Mustang spinning out in front of him was one of these banned people returning. That, why force all these situations upon us? Just put the people with the high number of accidents with the ban returning people, and there should be like 2 categories then. Full contact sport and no contact sport. And just pick the races that you want to do. If you want full contact racing or if you don't want any contact racing. I know you'll still have people with the full contact going into other races, wrecking everybody else's stuff, but I don't know. Give them their own playground to play in. That's my 2 cents, folks. Let me know in the comments how much you disagree with everything that I said. And it's okay.